dear friends. I'm Professor M. Masoom Raza, Department of Library Information Science, AMU Aligarh. Dear friends, we'll be dealing with this uh, paper, Library Management, or simply the title of the paper is Management of Libraries and Information Centers. And within the scope of this, today we'll be covering the library management, the basic concept of it, definition, and scope of it. So basically, why we need the application of management in libraries. So the logic is very simple. Management, whenever we study the management angle, so we know how to do the best, what are the best practices, what is more cost effective, what is more efficient, what will save our time, what will save our energy. So when we have to do all this, the ambit of the management, and when we try to apply the complete ambit of management in a library, because library also we are considering it as an organization. Reason is very simple. When we have to just try to define organization basically means where a group of people are working for a common goal. So here also the group of people are working with a common objective, with a common goal, that our courses should align with the course with the objectives of the library. With the objective is very simple here, that library should be the integral part of the college or the university or the school, and it should give its optimum output in facilitating knowledge to the user, to the students, to the researcher, to the faculty members, and to any administrator who needs it. So just to have the better utilization of resources, better utilization of information, better utilization of knowledge in general public, or maybe in academic library, or academic setup, or in public setup, or maybe in any other setup, what is important is a library should adopt all the practices of management. And once we adopt the practices of management, probably the library will be in a condition to give better output, optimum output. So with this intention, we study the scope of management and even the application of management in our libraries. So if the management principles are good enough for any organization, for any business organization, in optimizing its output, in achieving its objective, same can be true for the libraries also. Libraries, if we adopt the principles of management, probably the libraries will be in a better shape, there will be better management, there will be better organization, and they will be able to give better output also, and they will be able to achieve the individual objective along with the institution's objective, because ultimately the objective of the library has to be aligned with the university, college, or school's objective, and or maybe if it is a public library with the administration, civil administration, so it has to align with the objective of the administrator. And once it aligns with the objectives of the institution, administration, or organization, so job becomes very simple, and the libraries are successful enough in giving full satisfaction to their clients or users or patrons. So this is I'm trying to give you the overview of the management basically. So management encompasses a set of functions dedicated to organizing and administering various activities and individuals within an organization. When we examine the operations of organizations globally, we observe varying degree of success. Some thriving, others earnestly pursuing success, and some facing challenges. The success of these organizations is influenced by certain factors. Managers employ universally applicable management principles, undertaking activities such as planning, organizing, and integrating resources. Their aim is to interconnect organizational elements, ensuring a cohesive approach to achieving objectives. Management is basically the art and science of coordinating and directing the efforts of individuals and resources within an organization to achieve specific goals. It serves as a linchpin that binds together the diverse functions of planning, organizing, and leading and controlling. So, the essence of management is to provide the framework through which an organization transforms its vision into reality. The discipline of management is very dynamic and ever evolving field that responds to the changing landscape of business and society. It is not limited to any specific industry or sector, but is a universal practice that guides the effective utilization of resources, both human and material. And especially in the today's dynamic and fast-paced business environment, management is facing new challenge such as adapting to technological advancements, addressing diversity and inclusion, and navigating global markets. So, emphasis is on the ethical and sustainable practices has become more significant aspects of modern management. So, now I'll just elaborate the key concepts of management. And the simple concept of management encompasses a broad and dynamic set of principles and practices aimed at achieving organizational goals through effective coordination of resources. It involves the systematic planning, organizing, leading, and controlling of activities within an organization. The key aspect you can see here is the management is basically fundamentally goal oriented. It focuses on defining and achieving specific objectives that contribute to the overall mission and vision of the organization. Goals provide a sense of direction and purpose for the entire organization. Management involves the efficient utilization of various resources, including human resource, financial resource, and technology and time. Effective coordination ensures that these resources are aligned to achieve organizational objectives. Then, decision making is also a crucial aspect of management. Managers are responsible for making informed decisions that affect the organization's present and future. Decision making involves analyzing information, evaluating alternatives, and choosing the best course of action. So, the concept of management also includes the commitment to continuous improvement. Management seek ways to enhance efficiency, productivity, and overall performance of the organization over time. So, the concept of management involves the coordinated efforts to achieve organizational goals by planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources in a systematic and adaptable manner. It encompasses a range of skills, principles, and ethical considerations to ensure the sustained success and growth of an organization. What L.M. Prasad has given the concept, he introduced the three alternative viewpoints regarding the concept of management. So, as per his viewpoint, management as a discipline, where he tried to elaborate this discipline in which encompasses well-defined concepts and principles. When viewed through the lens of a discipline, management involves the incorporation of relevant concepts and principles, the understanding of which is essential for effective administration. Management in this context can be considered either a science or an art, given that management formulates various principles applicable to organizational management. It exhibits characteristics of both science and an art. So, as per his viewpoint, L.M. Prasad, his view was also that management is a group of people. So, this concept encompasses that all individuals engaged in managerial functions within the organization When discussing the interaction between the management and the other staff members in the organization, a distinction arises between the two groups of people, those in the managerial role and those in the non-managerial position. This perspective on management, which emphasizes the collective efforts of individuals in both managerial and non-managerial capacities, is widely accepted. Then the third viewpoint, management as a process. Management as a process is a structured method for managing activities. The management process, however, is complex, illustrating a clear progression of information through interconnected phases of examination, geared towards attaining particular goals or set of goals. Consequently, management as a process encompasses various tasks and subtasks. Management can also be understood as the task overseen by the managers. Since management engages both operational and managerial teams, it can be characterized as the process of achieving objectives through the collaboration of others. Just some argument how a management is an art. So, a simple discussion will be how this we can prove it as an art. So, some of the points I'll just discuss with you. These are expressive application. Resembling an artistic endeavor, thus management entails the creative and skillful application of knowledge to attain specific goals. Managers often employ their creativity and intuition to address distinct challenges and devise innovative solutions. So basically, it depends on the person to, it varies from person to person. So person means manager probably strategically, he or she is capable to solve a problem in a particular way. So the application of all those strategies, all those principles, ultimately prove it as a case study. And when we try to analyze the different cases, then we come to a conclusion that okay, this perspective of management was right at this juncture. So basically, this is more of an intuitive kind of thing. So again, we have individualized practice also. The application of management principles varies among managers, showcasing individual styles and approaches. Each manager infuses decision making and problem solving with a personal touch. And this is akin to an artistic expression of their unique style. So that's why we are calling it as an art. So with experience and expertise also, the managers accumulate with the passage of time. They accumulate through experience, they accumulate through observation, they accumulate through continuous learning. And this experiential dimension parallels the way artists refine their skills through practice and exposure to diverse situations. So this also proves that management is an art. By virtue of experience, by virtue of expertise, people can solve their problem in their own style. And there is subjectivity in decision making also. The management decision frequently encompasses a level of subjectivity where the managers rely on their judgment, experience, and personal insight. This subjective element is a common characteristic of artistic expression. This is how we can prove the management as an art. Now, another argument is that management is as a science. We can prove otherwise also. It is a science, it is very systematic, and it is governed by the laws and principles. So, you can predict the future also on the basis of the past. So, when we apply all this logic, we can prove it that the management is a science. It is also an art, it is also a science. So, the contrary, if we have to give a contrary argument, the contrary argument is number one, it is a systematic knowledge. Management is grounded in a systematic body of knowledge derived from research, observation, and analysis. Various management theories provide a structured framework for comprehending organizational behavior, decision making, and strategic planning. It can also be proved as a science because of the application of principles and laws. Just like similar to scientific disciplines, management adheres to the principles and laws formulated based on the empirical evidence and observation. Principles of organizational behavior, financial management, and human resource management, for instance, are rooted in the systematic studies. Third argument can be predictive nature. The scientific aspect of the management enables prediction and control. By applying established theories and principles, managers can foresee outcomes and make informed decisions to achieve desired results. Another argument can be the objective decision making. In many instances, management decisions are guided by objectives. Decisions are guided by objective data, quantitative analysis, and measurable criteria. So, this objectivity aligns with a specific approach. This objectivity aligns with the scientific approach of relying on empirical evidence. So, basically, what is the distinction between the effectiveness and efficiency? So, while effectiveness and efficiency are distinct concepts, they are closely connected, and both are crucial for effective management. So, the effectiveness and efficiency are like two sides of the same coin. However, achieving a balance between these two aspects is essential, and management may at times need to make compromises even if it means sacrificing some efficiency. Just to illustrate, just consider a scenario where a company's annual production target is set at 7,000 units. And in an effort to meet this target, the manager opts for double shifts due to frequent power failures. Although the target is achieved, the production cost rises significantly. In this case, the effective management involves achieving the goals, that is effectiveness, with minimal resources. Efficiency, and striking a delicate balance between the two. Although high efficiency is often associated with high effectiveness, it is crucial for managers to avoid an undue emphasis on the efficiency at the expense of effectiveness. Poor management can result from both inefficiency and ineffectiveness. So, emphasizing the need for the harmonious blend of both the aspects. So, whenever we say that management enhances effectiveness and efficiency, we have to be very careful. So, it means you have to achieve the goal, and that too with minimum resources. So, this is also one of the important consideration of the management. Because we know the libraries are the public institutions, and being a public institution, it has a lot of responsibilities. Little fund, they are not getting very huge funding. So, with the minimum resources, they have to cater to the requirement or the demands of most of the people, whether it is within the jurisdiction or within their catchment area, or maybe sometimes across the catchment area or across the jurisdiction area. They have to fulfill the demands of the user, and varied demands. Let me tell you, the public library, if we talk about the public library, they have got altogether a diverse client, diverse patrons with different requirements, different tastes, and altogether a different mindset. Whereas in case of academic libraries, we know that the students or the researchers or the faculty, they will be coming from different disciplines. So, thing is, within the allocated budget, within the allocated resources, if the library, they have to manage all the services, manage the good collection, they have to manage proper paraphernalia for the clients or the patrons. So, these two things will be very important, that is effectiveness and efficiency. So, we have seen the minute difference between the effectiveness and efficiency, where effectiveness is in the achieving the goals which have been set, that achieving the targets, and efficiency is that with the minimum resources we are able to achieve those targets. So now coming to the administrative overview. So you can see that there is again these terms are interchangeably used when we talk about the management and administration, but there is a distinction, especially in the focus. So, here, this if we talk about this scope and level, so these are typically associated with the middle and the lower level organizational function. It involves planning, organizing, directing, and controlling day-to-day activities. Often associated with the top level organizational function, it focuses on formulating policies, strategic planning, and decision making function. So basically, the management or the administration, the scope is limited to planning, organizing, directing, formulating policies, and implementing it. So now we try to see the nature of it. It is more of executive and operational nature. Managers deal with the practical aspects of running the organization efficiently and has more strategic and decision making nature, whereas administrators focus on the overall vision, mission, and long term goals. Now, if we see the distinction in the focus, so basically it concentrates on the executing established policies and achieving specific objectives within the framework provided by the administration. And management focuses on the setting goals, policies, and strategic direction. Administrators create the framework within which management operates. So, if we take the criteria as decision making, then how we can differentiate? Management basically involves making routine decisions that contribute to achieving organizational objectives in the short term, involves making crucial decisions related to long term goals, policies, and overall directions of the organization. And as far as hierarchy is concerned, it typically operates at various levels within the organizational hierarchy, from first line supervisors to middle managers, often associated with top level executives such as CEOs, presidents, or directors. As far as application part is concerned, it's totally practical and applied, dealing with day-to-day function of the organization. The conceptual and theoretical, dealing with the overall vision and direction of the organization. So here we will discuss some of the definitions given by the prominent management experts, how they try to define the management. So conceptually, it will make you more clear whatever we have, whatever you have listened so far, what a management is. So how the F.W. Taylor has defined management as, it simply defined management as an art of knowing what you want to do in the best and the cheapest way. I told you the difference between the efficiency and effectiveness. So that efficiency and effectiveness, when we talk about, means doing the most, and that too in the best way, and third most important is in the cheapest way. So when you are able to do a task more comprehensively, up to the satisfaction of most of the clients, and that also in less resources, this is what management is. You don't try to waste the money, manpower, and energy. Try to save the money also, try to save the manpower also, and try to save try to burden your machines also. Machines also should be less utilized. Another definition you can see by the Edward Evans, how he defined management, which means to control and direct the operations of an organization or a subdivision of the larger unit. So it means a particular organization where you have a organization as a large is having smaller units. Just just try to fit the library in this definition. If we try to fit library in this definition, you have a library. Just now we are studying different sections. So with so many sections, and all are interrelated, all are interconnected, all are cooperating each other, coordinating with each other to give their best. And when they are able to cooperate, coordinate, and control things. This is something what management is. So that's why I told you that library is an organization which is having different units, different sections, all are working in a very coordinated manner. These all subdivisions, they are working in a coordinated manner. They cooperate with each other, control the whole operations. So that's why it's a fit case to be called as an organization. And this is how the management is executed within an organization. So how the Marie Follett has defined the management as an art of getting things done through people. Means it is according to Marie Follett, the simple thing is you should know how to get work done. Means human resource capital is more important here. But in any case, the human resource capital should not be underutilized or overutilized. To the best of the efficiency, you have to use the capability and capacity of the human resource. And if you are in a position to utilize their best capabilities, let me tell you, the organization is going to prosper like anything. So this is what management teaches you. Another definition by Glueck, the management is effective utilization of human and material resources to achieve the enterprise objective. Here also, the emphasis is on the human resource management and the resources. In general, if I have to tell you what management is the best utilization of 3 M's. 3 M's means your manpower, your machine, and money. If you can utilize these 3 M's in the best possible way, without overspending it or without underspending it, you will be able to get best in your organization. So this is the objective of management. Management in turn basically is securing maximum result. According to the Glueck, so the management is the art of securing maximum result with minimum efforts so as to secure maximum prosperity and happiness for both employer and employee and give the public the best possible service. Now coming to the characteristics of library management. What are the basic characteristics of library management? So the management basically what it will do, it will be involved in the making decisions that guide the organization towards its goal. The job is you have to set the target, organization has set the target, and the job of management to achieve those targets. So make the decisions, make the policies in such a way that one is or your organization is able to achieve those goals, those targets, those objectives. Number 2, the management is an ongoing and continuous process. It doesn't have a definite end point. Instead, it involves a cycle of planning, executing, evaluating, and adjusting. So this is how the management runs. It is a continuous cycle. So once you achieve the objective, you move for the next target, and the next target also you have to do proper planning, execution, coordinating, cooperating, and then finally keep on monitoring the result also and keep on adjusting things also. This is what the characteristics of a management is. It's 24/7 activity. So management also aims not only for efficiency in operations but also for the effectiveness in achieving organizational objectives. It is about doing things efficiently and doing the right things in a most effective way. Management also encourages innovation. It is not that management will run on the lines in a very traditional manner, or whatever the set pattern is, it will move on a set pattern. You can innovate things also. It gives you room for the innovation. You innovate things and try to see the possibilities, different possibilities of doing a particular job. And if you have a lot of options with you, you can exercise the option which is most cost effective and most cost efficient. So try to go by that method, try to adopt a particular method which is most cost effective in terms of human resource, in terms of financial resources, in terms of any other resources which you feel will be a sheer wastage. So go for a shortest possible route, and it should be up to the satisfaction of your human resource. With less utilization of resources, you should get the maximum for your organization. Means you are trying to, with the less input, you are trying to maximize your output. So definitely these methods will improve your services, your products, which you are trying to disseminate among your clients. So normally what a successful management relies on is strong interpersonal skills. These managers need to communicate effectively and motivate the team members and build positive relationship to foster collaboration. So this is also one of the important characteristics of the managers, that their interpersonal skills should be good, they should be soft spoken, they should be able to motivate their employees, and they should coordinate well. And if the coordination is good, relationship is good, it should foster a good relation, then only you will be in a position to maximize the output of any organization. Then one more important thing is the managers must be prepared to handle the crisis and unforeseen challenges. There can be anything. It can be failure, power failure. It can be your sometimes human resource crunch, or it can be anything. You should be prepared for any type of crisis. So you should have a backup plan also. So because a manager should be able to foresee all those what is going to happen. So this involves the quick decision making, effective communication, and the ability to lead the organization through turbulent times. So if you know that some crisis is going to come, immediately you should have a backup plan and you execute the plan 2. So this is how you can save your organization from the crisis. Then management is also responsible for fostering an environment that promotes the development and growth of employees. So that should be there. There should be a healthy growth. There should not be biasness. So whatever is due for any individual or for any human resource, you try to promote them well in time, give them training, just keep them update. Then probably you can do much better in your field. This includes training, mentoring, providing opportunities for advancement. This all this every organization has to do, and especially the management, they have to do it on a periodic basis. And the successful management also integrates customer feedback into decision-making processes and understand the needs and preferences of the customer. That is vital for the product development and the service improvement. That is more important here. So now we will discuss the significance of library management. Uh, at least now by this time you must have understood what management is, what are the characteristics, what is the nature of it, how it is important. So it helps you in attainment of collective objectives. So managers or the management basically serves as a crucial means to achieve organizational goals rather than being an end in itself. The role of a manager involves providing a cohesive direction for individual efforts, aligning them harmoniously with the overarching objective of the organization. There's another significance can be augmentation of operational efficiency. Managers normally strive to enhance efficiency by minimizing the cost and increasing the productivity through the implementation of refined planning, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling measures within the organization. You all are aware of the post-COP, so all those principles they need to be applied for maximizing your output, maximizing your efficiency in any organization. Another significance can be just the management can help in cultivating a responsive organization. So, if given the constantly evolving business environment, the organization need to adapt to changes. So, individuals within the organization may resist change and perceiving it as a departure from the familiar and secure environment. So basically, management plays a pivotal role in facilitating the adaptation to these changes, ensuring the organization maintains its competitive edge. Enabling individual goal attainment, that is also the job of management. Facilitating individual goal achievement, managers lead their teams in a way that empower individual members to reach their personal goal while also advancing the overarching objectives of the organization by employing effective motivation and leadership strategies. Next, contributing to the societal progress, organizations have diverse objectives that cater to various societal groups, and in fulfilling these objectives, management becomes instrumental in the overall development of both the organization and the society. It plays a vital role in delivering high quality products and services, creating employment opportunities, embracing new technology for the greater good, and leading to the path towards societal growth and development. Coming to the scope of management, This involves handling the activities within the organization, deals primarily with the principles and theories related to managerial functions, including planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling. So, those all activities have to be taken up by the organization, and the scope recognizes the diversity across the organizations and tailors its application accordingly, integrating various functions to achieve overall organizational goals.